we got a line that passes through this point and is parallel to this line here, and we want to get the equation of this line. So we know that we have a point, and now we need something else. We need either another point, which we don't have directly, or we need the slope. Now look, here's the slope of this line. These two lines are parallel. The line we want and this line are parallel, and we know the parallel lines have the same slope. Right, so we know parallel lines have the same slope. So this slope is 3, so the slope that we're looking for is 3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use this template. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1 with, well, how about x1 being 4, y1 being negative 5. After all, those are the first ones I see and the only ones I see. With x1 being 4, y1 being negative 5, and m being 3. Let's substitute. So we'll get y minus y1, but y1 is negative 5, equals m, 3, times x minus x1, but x1 is 4. Over here, this will give us y plus 5 equals, multiply through, 3x minus 12. And then we should subtract that 5. So we'll get y equals 3x, and then negative 12 minus 5 is minus 17. Now we want to find the equation of a line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to this line. Now we know the parallel lines have the same slope, but perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. Now the slope of this line is 4. So the slope of that line is 4. So the reciprocal, I'll write it like this. The reciprocal of the perpendicular line is, now really this is 4 over 1. So to get the reciprocal, you invert that, take its reciprocal, flip it over if you like, 1 over 4, but you change the sign. The 4 is positive, so we change the sign and then take its reciprocal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use our template, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 with, all right, x1 being 3, yeah, 3, y1 being 8, and m being that negative 1/4. Let's substitute these values into this template. It'll look like this, I think. Y minus y1, but y1 is 8, equals m, which is, okay, m, which is negative 1/4 times x minus x1, which is 3. Let's multiply through. We'll get y minus 8 equals negative 1/4 x, and then when you multiply through, negative negative is positive. 1 times 3 is 3 over 4. So positive 3/4. And now let's add that 8. So we will get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3/4 and then plus 8. We want to add these, so we need a common denominator here. Now this 8 is really what? 8 over 1. So we can write this like this. Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3/4 plus, now, we don't want a 1 in the denominator, we want a 4, right, to match that one. Common denominator. So to get from 1 to 4, we'll multiply this one by 4, but if we multiply the bottom by 4, we need to multiply the top by 4. So we're going to get 32 over 4, and sure enough, right, just to check, 32 divided by 4 is that 8. Now we can combine these. I'll do it right here. We'll get y equals negative 1/4 x plus, okay, some big fraction over 4. So we'll have the 3 plus 32. So how about y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3, and 32 is 35/4.